We are live today from Simmons Field at Egypt Park, where Penn Sports Radio and SportsWire.com present Blue Mountain League Baseball. Well, hi again, everyone. Tony Sibilla, glad to have you here on Penn Sports Radio for today's broadcast as we get ready for Game 4 here between the Orioles and the Yankees. The Yankees wind up beating the Orioles 4-0 in Game 3 in a great game. Well pitched on both sides, but the Yankees get a little bit more out of their ace, David Ciaccio, who wound up giving up one hit in their shutout effort. And I'm joined by Jack Hine, who will be doing the play-by-play today. We'll have Keith Groller here a little bit later on. And Jack, this game today is obviously still another do or die for the Yankees as they get ready to take on a Orioles team that wants to get back there and play the Bulls once again in the championship. And we will see whether or not that's the case. But the Orioles going with one of their aces, Joel Bartoni, on the mound. Very consistent, very solid player. And the Yankees going with Evan Kovalchuk. They had a couple of other pitchers that they wanted to try and use today, but unfortunately were not able to use those players today. So Kovalchuk will go and try and keep this Oriole offense. I only got one hit last game, and I think have been taking a lot of batting practice and getting ready to get out there and try and swing the bats again.
It's an impressive feat for the Yankees in Game 3 to hold this stout Orioles team to just one singular hit all night. And it's going to be interesting. You mentioned there, the Yankees down a couple of guys today, had a couple arms that they were expecting to put into the fold, just not having those guys available to them. Going to be interesting to see how manager Brian Paloha is able to use his pitching staff here today to try to get him through this contest and see how much they can really get out of Kovalchuk to start and see if they can get them off to a fast one here today, much like they did in that Game 3 with their backs against the wall.
During the regular season, Bartoni with a 4-0 record, 3 starts in his 6 appearances at a 1.70 ERA. And again, you look at this pitching staff for the Orioles. You know, they still have Justin Jackowitz, who's a great veteran on this team. Luke Pierre-Pavel can get in there as well. But Evan McAndrew's been really their ace. Sawyer Kemp's been pitching better. So they've got a lot of pitchers, and even if the Bartoni has any kind of issues today, that's something the Yankees are going to have to deal with this whole series, that there's just enough good pitching for the Orioles that they can keep countering with other guys on the mound.
You look at the Orioles squad, I think the first word that comes to mind for me is depth, both in the lineup and on the pitching staff, like you just alluded to. We saw Bartoni a weekend ago. He took them out in Game 2 in that first-round series against the Hellertown Royals. He put some good stuff to the table. He was attacking the zone earlier in the game. Results kind of fluctuate in the middle innings, but he got it back on track to keep that Royals offense quiet down the final 2 innings of that Game 2 win to send them to this semifinal round. So we know Bartoni likes to attack the zone early and often. Expect that to be the game plan for him here this afternoon.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and hear from both managers in just a moment. You're listening to the Blue Mountain League Playoffs here on Penn Sports Radio and SportsWire.com.
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
Contact Joy Augustus, Realtor at RE/MAX Real Estate today. Call or text 610-653-5327 or reach the office at 610-770-9000.
Back on the pregame show, Tony Sibilla with the head coach of the BML Orioles, and A.J. Brocious now joins us. That game number 3. An opportunity for you guys to close out a series, and it was really a well-pitched game all around. David Ciaccio with a great performance for the Yankees, but you also got some good performance from your pitchers that game. Talk a little bit about that Game 3 and the fact that we saw an Orioles team only get one hit in that one.
Yeah, that's not like us, and that's tough when you have 2 pitchers on our side. We had Matt Zeminski and Sawyer Kemp, who pitched really well on their own. I mean, they only gave up 5 hits on their end, and their pitcher was just even better than that with 1 hit. I mean, he had to change up that It's probably one of the better ones I've seen in years. And, I mean, he was great. The game was only an hour and 15 minutes, so that tells you the quality of pitching on both ends. And, you know, they had a couple bloops and a blast, and the game changes quick. But we got Bartoni going today, who's you've seen him a bunch, Don, and a lot of guys have. He's our ace or one of our aces, so I'm excited for that. And hopefully he keeps him off balance with that turbo slider he throws. A little different than Matt, a little different than Sawyer. But, I mean, Sawyer's stuff looked really good coming in out of the pen. He was kind of overworked towards the end of the year, so he didn't have the stuff he normally does, but he had some rest there, and he's ready to go.
This time of the year, pitching and defense to me are incredibly important. That game showed it, but you guys have a lot of depth. How important is your pitching depth this time of year?
Yeah, we have like 2 or 3 guys who have gotten a lot of innings with us who haven't even pitched yet in the postseason, so that kind of just shows our depth. I mean, I think that's the most important part. We've been lucky that, kind of all the series, it's been old-fashioned baseball guys going 7 innings plus almost every single game, which you don't get to see a lot nowadays. So that's kind of also been a reason why our bullpen hasn't been used. But it's been cool. It's been really fun. I mean, starting in the first 2 series, Applegate and O'Neill went 7 innings. Our guys went 7, and same with the first 2 games. So it's been really fun, but we haven't really had to use our bullpen. So those guys, are kind of clawing, getting eager to get in there and throw.
Obviously, Chachio's a tremendous pitcher. 1 hit last game, and like you said, that's really not your team. But did you guys talk about that effort offensively and what you might want to try and do differently today?
Yeah, I mean, we all got together and hit yesterday and got here early and hit today. So we're hoping that kind of gets the bats going. But it's tough on a guy like him because he doesn't, make you chase. He comes right at you. So that's also another reason why the game is so fast. He'll throw you 2 pitches in a row, and now you're down 0-2. And it seemed like every single at bat, he didn't leave room for error. I think he walked 1 guy. So today we're gonna work the counts if that's allowed. We don't know who's pitching for them. Curious to see how it is. They got some lefties who are pretty good. We haven't seen Mata yet, so we'll wait and see what happens. And yeah, we just got to come out and hit today because we don't really want to get to a game 5. But if we have to, we have to,
One of the things C.J. Salaby said to me the other night was it was nice not having to think about going to a different ballpark every game with their series being the Dodgers and the Bulls. You and the Yankees play here. Is it any advantage to anybody? I'm assuming not that you wind up staying here. Or is it just a comfortable place for both of you guys to play?
For us, it's good for both of our teams because we have a normal amount of fans. For the Bulls and Dodgers, it's definitely it was definitely a home series advantage for the Bulls the whole way. But I said earlier, I think Robeson did a great job. I'm proud of him and his team this year. It's good to see the Dodgers very competitive again with very good pitching. So this series has kind of been flipped. We don't like sitting on that side. I'm sure they're the same way. They don't like sitting on that side. Everything just feels off over there. So we're happy to be back over here today. That's the only difference, I think. And the home field advantage is which side of the field you sit on.
All right, sir. Good luck today.
Thank you, Don.
That's A.J. Brocious. More of the pregame in just a moment. You're listening to Penn Sports Radio and SportsWire.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
Back on the pregame show, Tony Sibilla with the head coach of the Northern Yankees, Brian Palaha, and David Chachio with a tremendous performance there in Game 3, a 1-hit shutout against the Orioles. Awfully hard to one-hit a team that hits like the Orioles, but he just pitched a tremendous game, and you got timely hitting. That's a good way to win a ball game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he was fantastic. He threw a ton of strikes, threw multiple pitches, changeup, curveball, fastballs, working both sides of the plate. You said it best. I think 1 through 9, they're the best lineup this year in the league, kind of by far. They have a lot of pop, a lot of guys who can get extra base hits. He kind of kept them at bay. And obviously, needless to say, being down 2-0, it was a must-win situation. But I felt it was a must-win just to kind of stop their stick, stop their momentum, swing the momentum a little bit. Now we got to come back here. But, yeah, to what you said, Chaccio, we needed that performance. He was fantastic. And they're not an easy lineup to hold down, but he controlled the game. Only 80 pitches, like I said, was pounding his zone. And he got us on the board. Now we got to see if we can even the series today.
We've seen him pitch a couple of times this year, and he just has a ton of confidence. But you have other arms that you can go to for your playoffs this year. But, putting up only 4 runs, obviously, the O's have some good pitching as well, and that's a bit of a battle that you have to deal with every game against this team.
For sure. I mean, they have a lot of veteran guys. They do the same thing. They come at you. They throw a lot of strikes. Now, the one thing that's they've been playing pretty good defense. I mean, Game 2, Craig Lowe played really well defensively, making plays. Brocious had a diving play in the last inning to kind of stave off any kind of rally. I mean, they've been playing. That's the one edge I kind of thought maybe we might be able to expose to this point. We really haven't because they played well. That's a bad omen when you're playing against them because, like you said, their pitchers throw strikes and they could hit 1 through 9. So if they're going to play good defense too, they're going to be a really, really, really tough out. But yeah, we gotta start getting more hits. Our lineup is a lot better than the hits we've been tallying up. And it's not just in this playoffs the last month. Like, we've had some, even the last game of the year where we scored 9 runs because we got a lot of walks, but only 1 hit. And I felt like it just hasn't been, we haven't faced the great best pitching the last 3 weeks of the regular season, but it just felt we've been giving away too many at-bats, too many weak ground balls, too many pop-ups, early in the count, giving away at-bats. We can't do that against them because they're too good. They score too many runs, so we need to maximize our opportunities, our at-bats, get runners on base. Yeah, like we didn't – and even in the first game, I mean, it looks good. We scored 9 runs, but we got 5 of them when it was, in the top in the 7th inning when we were down 11. So, I mean, I don't put much stock in that. It's good that we got live reps, good that we got a couple hard hit balls, but we need to do that when the game's in balance here early in the game when it kind of matters more so, okay? Even Game 2, we scored 2 runs, and then, last game we scored 4 runs on 5 hits. We gotta be able to hit to stay close with these guys a little bit too. So, all phases right now.
1-1 pitch is lined into left. Pierapavo coming in. It's down for a base hit, and the Bulls will strike first on the 2-out single by Alan Umbenauer. Here's Michael's first pitch, and high and deep to right. Dobek giving chase towards the foul line. It's out of play foul. Dobek dives in, makes the grab in foul territory. Wow, that is a heck of a play.
Do you think the Bulls want this tonight, Tyler? That was one heck of an effort.
Called strike 3, 4 in a row, set down on strikes. Michaels strikes out the side. Dobek always a threat to bunt. He's swinging away, hits it out to left. Pierapavo going back, still going back. It's over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in. D'Amico flying around third. It's a bases clearing double for Matt Dobek. Hit out into center. Beato coming in, makes the grab. The line-poured Bulls have charged their way to the top of the Blue Mountain League. The Bulls are the 2024 Blue Mountain League champions.
Blue Mountain League Baseball on Penn Sports Radio is sponsored by RE/MAX agent Joy Augustus. Play It Again Sports in Allentown, Shank Wireless Drive-In, Tri-County Teamwear, Budget Store and Lock, and State Farm agent Sean Lay.
From Simmons Field in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, it's time for Blue Mountain League playoff baseball. Game 4 of our semifinal series between the Egypt Orioles and the Northern Yankees. The first pitch from Joel Bartoni missed low, skipping to the plate for a 1-0 count, and that one is slugged towards left center field. Drifting back is Lamb into the gap. He'll reach up and make the catch for the first out of the ball game. I'm Jack Heim here this afternoon, joined by Tony Sabella. Momentarily, we'll be joined by Keith Groller as well. Let's get you the Yankees starters here this afternoon. It was the designated hitter Carter Welch leading off. The second baseman David Martinez bats second. The right fielder Jason Nelesnik bats third. The first baseman Jacob Houtz hits fourth. Brock Bollinger, the catcher, hits fifth. Nick Henry, the left fielder, bats sixth. Jake Cambria, the center fielder, hitting seventh. Justin Welch, the third baseman, eighth. And Owen Kosar, the shortstop, ninth. First pitch on the outer half for a called strike to Martinez with 1 out and nobody on in the top of the first inning. Martinez on the year, .230 hitter in the regular season, 1 homer, 10 RBI, and it's going to miss for a ball. Even the count up 1-1. Martinez's postseason hitting .222. Native of St. Petersburg, Florida. The 1-1 from Bartoni. And that's going to miss upstairs for ball 2.
Martinez is an interesting story, playing down in Florida, up here, visiting with a couple of his teammates from down there, and playing in the league for the summer.
And the 2-1, that's waved and missed by Martinez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Tony, something we're looking at today for Bartoni is that 1-2 punch, the fastball with that tight gyro slider that A.J. Brocious was mentioning in the pregame. Expect that to be his combo to try to get this Yankees order tamed down today. The 2-2, that's off the outer edge, and it fills up the count to Martinez.
That's the thing with Bartoni and Jackowitz, guys who've been in the league for a while. Very smart pitchers, and so you got to try to outguess them, and a lot of times you're not going to do it.
Full count pitch. That one is lifted in the air to right. Census coming in a couple of steps, and he'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for Joel Bartoni in the top of the first. Brings up a dangerous threat at the plate in the form of the right fielder, Jason Nelesnik. Nelesnik in his 10th year in the league, all with the Northern Yankees. His college days was a Mountain Hawk playing at Lehigh University, pardon me. He's been a monster this postseason, .444 average in the series, and that slider in for a strike, 0-1. Mentioned .444 average for Nelesnik, 4 for 9 in the series. The 0-1. That one will miss low for ball 1, even up the count. Bartoni trying to get through a clean first frame and set down the Yankees in order. 2 out, nobody on, the 1-1. Bartoni rocks and deals. And Lesnick out in front, wave and a miss there.
Well, that one felt like it took a year and a day to get to the plate.
Was looking for the heater, and he got dealt an off-speed pitch. And
I was double clutching here.
Mile ahead. 1-2. That one is weakly hit on the ground towards short. Picked up by Grigello. He'll whip it over to first, but not in time. An infield hit for Nelesnik, and the Yankees have a base runner here in the top of the first. So that'll prolong the inning, bring up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman in Jacob Houts. Rookie season in the Blue Mountain League for number 32 for the Northern Yankees, and he had a nice introductory season to the league. Hit .316 with a homer and 10 RBIs in the regular season. His second game played in this series. The first pitch on the outside corner with a fastball for a strike, 0-1. 3 straight hitters with the first pitch strike thrown from Bartoni. The 0-1. That's going to miss inside, even up the count at 1. So after a pair of flyouts, Nelesnik with an infield single kept this inning going. I think Bartoni having to work a little bit harder to get through this frame. The 1-1. That one is lifted out of play, foul to the right field side, 1-2. The way Simmons Field is constructed, as a right-handed batter, you want to either pull it down the line or shoot it out to the right center field gap of the way this park plays. Got him. Oh, been a pickoff now. Bartoni running at him. Throw back to first. Got him in a rundown. Brocious throws it on to second. The tag is applied, and that will end the inning. Nelesnik got a little bit too greedy on the base paths. He gets picked off to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Bartoni threw a scoreless first. Orioles come to bat here on Penn Sports Radio.
Foundation. At Play It Again Sports in Allentown, you can shop and save with prices up to 70% less than retail. Whether you're starting a new sport or upgrading your current equipment, they've got the best deals on top brands. Plus, don't let your unused sports gear collect dust. Sell it for cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports gives great equipment a second chance. So head to Play It Again Sports in Allentown today, where your passion for play meets your budget. Play It Again Sports is located in Allentown on Catasauqua Road next to Aldi.
Nutropoli Bank is a bank that you can trust because Nutropoli Bank treats each and every customer as an individual, encouraging them to dream big and reach for their goals. Since 1910, Nutropoli Bank has ensured the financial well-being of all their customers. When you're ready to take that first step, they'll be right by your side. For your convenience, Nutropoli Bank has 3 locations in the Lehigh Valley, Nutropoli, Orfield, and Emmaus. For more information, go to NutropoliBank.net. That's NutropoliBank.net.
Home half of the first inning here at Simmons Field. Scoreless between the Northern Yankees and the Egypt Orioles in Game 4 of this best-of-5 semifinal series. One team has already punched their ticket to the championship series. It's the reigning champion Lineport Bulls back in the finals for a second consecutive season trying to defend their title. Meanwhile, the Egypt Orioles trying to get back to the finals for a fourth consecutive season, while the Yankees on the flip side trying to keep their season going and push it to a winner-go-home Game 5 tomorrow. Let's take a look at the Yankees, and their starter here today is Evan Kowalczyk. It is his second year in the league, first season with the Northern Yankees. Spent his rookie season with the Giants. Made one appearance in the series already through 29 pitches in an inning and a third back in the chaotic opening game by the final of 15-9. He was the only pitcher in that game who pitched an inning or more and went scoreless. There for Kowalczyk. Behind him, look at the defensive alignment there for the Yankees. It'll be the battery of Kowalczyk and Brock Bollinger behind the plate. Jake Welch over at third, Owen Kosar, the shortstop, David Martinez, the second baseman, and Jacob Houts over at first. Got Nick Henry in left, Jake Cambria in center, and Jason Olesnik out in right. For the Orioles, it'll be Robbie Lamb, the left fielder, leading off here today against Kowalczyk. Lamb digging in. He's had a nice series thus far. 4 for 9 at this point. The first pitch off the outside corner with a fastball. That's how the home half of the first begins. 1-0 the count.
Friend of ours joined the booth. Mr. Keith Groller is here.
Good to see you guys.
And that one is popped up. Shortstop drifting out in Kosar, and the center field is a triangle converging, and it's going to get behind him and get down, and Lamb's going to get to second, diving in headlong with a leadoff double. Just simply overran it, did Cambria in center field. No clear communication out there. And it's a leadoff bloop double for Robbie Lamb, and a fast start coming, it appears, for the Egypt Orioles. Let's give you the rest of their starting lineup. It'll be the second baseman, Trey Hinkle, batting second. It'll be Pat Criggello, the shortstop, batting third. Ian Sensis, the right fielder, hitting fourth. A.J. Brocious, the first baseman, batting fifth. Steve Sokoski, the designated hitter, hitting sixth. Zach Delp over at third, batting seventh. Dominic Bayo, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Jeff Charles, the catcher, bats ninth. So Lamb at second, nobody out. First pitch misses upstairs, 1-0 to Hinkle. So some early trouble for Kowalczyk. Again, we mentioned in the pregame show the Northern Yankees having to patchwork this rotation together today. Missing a couple arms they would have liked to throw. Grounded towards the hole, past the diamond first base. It kicks off his glove, knocked down, and it's going to be an infield hit for Hinkle. It was Houts who was diving to his right, just kicked off his glove, and it slowed it down too much there for Martinez to have a play. So an infield hit for Hinkle, runners on the corners with nobody out here in the home half of the first, and it brings up a premier power threat in Pat Criggello.
That initial play, that fly ball in the center, Kosar was going back, and he and the center fielder were looking at each other, and before they knew it, they were neither one of them were in position to make the catch.
First pitch to Criggello, he pops it foul back out of play here. Behind home plate, 0-1. Criggello's had a stellar year, hit .409 in the regular season, hit with 7 long balls, hitting just under .270 in the postseason here for Egypt.
Yeah, as if this Oriole team didn't have enough offense, and they're adding Criggello to the lineup.
The 0-1. That one is cranked in the air to left.
It's gone.
Down the line.
No
If it's
doubt
there,
about
it's
it.
gone. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Pat Criggello, and the Orioles, 3 batters in, have a 3-0 lead. They've tagged Kowalczyk, double single, and Criggello tops it off with a 3-run home run here, and the Orioles up 3-zip in the first.
I mean, that was pretty obvious right from the get-go, wasn't it, Keith? I mean, he just got a charge in it.
Criggello, you mentioned him. He's been a veteran in this league for many, many years, and he's hasn't had a lot of success with teams, but, man, he's found a home here in that 3 spot for the Orioles, and what a great start for Jordan A.C.
Ian Sensis, the right fielder, digs in, and the first pitch from Kowalczyk off the outside corner for ball 1.
He had 7 home runs in the regular season, and easily leading the Orioles in that category, but he's shown a lot of power and a lot of good average hitting as well.
And that one is weakly lifted in the air to left. Long run coming in for Henry. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Much needed for Kowalczyk. See if he can settle in after getting roughed up there. 3 runs across already in the inning. Brings up A.J. Brocious. For the Orioles, it's not just the top half of this order that can get you. You look at the names down the line. It is a stacked order from top to bottom. So 1 out, nobody on. Already 3 across. A.J. Brocious Swings at the first pitch. It's a chopper towards second. Martinez cuts it off. Jump throw across body. Fantastic play at second from Martinez for the second out of the inning. Showing off out there.
Martinez is just amazing. Tony, we saw him in that All-Star game. He stood out there.
Yeah.
I've seen him a couple other times. He is a great addition to this this team from Messiah College out there in the middle of the state, and that's a much-needed out here. I mean, they've got to get out of this inning and come to bat with the margin only 3.
Steve Sokoski, the designated hitter, comes up, and will take one high for ball 1 to start the at-bat. Good Sokoski, 922 OPS in the regular season. Postseason been a little bit more slower for him, just under 215, and that one's going to miss low and away. Up in the count, 2-0. Orioles have been aggressive attacking Kowalczyk in this first inning. But Sokoski head in the count, 2-0. And he fouls it back off the catcher, Bollinger, 2-1.
After only getting one hit against Chaccio in the last game, they were hungry. You heard Coach A.J. Brocia say, we had batting practice the day after. We took early BP here, and they were itching to get out and get the bats going, and they've been able to do it here in the first inning.
Home plate umpire Mike Pavelka walking the ball back out to the starting pitcher Kowalczyk. Our umpiring crew today mentioned Mike Pavelka behind home plate. It's Ron Wood, our bases umpire here this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike to Sokoski. First year with the Orioles, much like Crigello, coming over after 9 years with the Giants. The 2-1, that one's weakly fisted into center field. Martinez ranging out and he can't corral it, and that's going to allow Sokoski to reach base.
Broken bat, you could hear that bat crack right on the swing, and
long run for Martinez.
Yeah.
I thought he would catch it, but couldn't quite corral it.
he was there. Went off the pocket of his glove. I kind of feel like, he should have made the catch. I don't know. I'm not generous today. I'd scored an error, but that's me.
So 2 outs and Sokoski aboard brings up the third baseman in Zach Delp. And the first pitch in for a strike, 0-1 at the top of the zone. You know your lineup is impressive when Zach Delp's slotting in as your 7-hole hitter.
Yeah.
Guy's a 4-time home run champ in this league. Guy who had 400 this year. Career in the postseason, over 300 hitter with 8 homers. He is a threat every time he steps up. That one bounced to the plate. Even the count up 1-1. But this year, it's not been the same postseason success we've been accustomed to seeing for Delp. 2 for 11 with 1 RBI. Just 105 batting average, the 1-1. Off the outside corner, 2 balls, 1 strike. This long first inning keeps on chugging along for the Orioles, and Kowalczyk just trying to find the ender. Thought he had it with a weakly hit number out to second. That one's away for ball 3. He's now in danger of walking Delp and bringing up Dominic Bayo. Going back to that last play, it was a tough one for Martinez. He had to go cover a lot of ground, but Tony, like you mentioned, a play he could have made, hit off the inside of his glove, and that one just clips the outside corner. Delp doesn't like the call. It's full count. Three balls, 2 strikes to Delp, 2 out, and Sokoski at first here in the home half of the first. Again, Crigello's 3-run home run started the scoring. Kowalczyk deals the payoff pitch, runner off, and that one is lined towards right center field, towards the gap. That is going to get down for a base hit and all the way to the wall. Racing to third and being waved around to Sokoski. Delp's going to get into second with an RBI double, and it's 4-0 Orioles.
Just like the home run, nothing cheap about that one, Tony. I mean, he sailed that baby out there and in the gap in right center, and you can, just like we said about the Bulls the other night, you can sense when this team can close this out. And they're not missing a beat. They have blood in the water here again, and they want to end this thing and get on to the championship series in that rematch with those Lineport Bulls.
Seems like a team who's certainly taken things personally after getting held to just 1 hit in that third game of the series, low and away 1-0 to Bayo.
You better believe that did not sit well. You said I'm sure at this time of the year they don't need batting practice, but they wanted to get out there after being 1 hit.
Just shows the standard and pedigree that this team holds itself to. In for a called strike, 1-1 to Bayo. And this team, this cast of characters, no journey to postseason success, or no stranger, I should say, to postseason success. 3 times in a row, they've made it to the finals.
Yep.
2 of them, they've come out on top. Low and away, 2-1 to Bayo. And the way this game's starting, 4-0 lead in the first, trying to ensure that they get back there for a 4th consecutive year and get themselves a rematch with the Lineport Bulls. Kowalczyk checks the runner at second, the 2-1. Bayo hits a chopper back up the middle, fielded over at short, and on to first. That will end the inning. But not before 4 runs come in to score. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 left. It's 4-0 Orioles after 1 on Penn Sports Radio.
Tri-County Teamwear is your go-to destination for local spirit wear, offering a large selection of in-stock and on-shelf swag for the Tigers, Bulldogs, K-Kids, and Blue Bombers. Tri-County Teamwear offers bulk, wholesale screen printing, embroidery, and custom online team stores. Services are done locally in-house, providing fast, friendly, quality service and on-time delivery. Where local team pride meets quality and service, it's Tri-County Teamwear. Visit them at 27 Main Street in Walnutport or call 610-767-4149 for more information. You can also visit their website, tri-countyswag.com.
Top half of the second inning here at Simmons Park in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Game 4 of our semifinal series between the Egypt Orioles and the Northern Yankees. It'll be Jacob Houtz, the first baseman, to lead things off in the top of the second. For the Yankees, he'll be followed by the catcher Brock Bollinger and the left fielder Nick Henry against the Orioles starter in Joel Bartoni. And what a fast start for the Orioles, guys. They sensed that they needed to get off to a quick one after the way that they lost Game 3 after taking the first 2 of this series, and they really pounced on Kowalczyk, putting up 4 runs.
Yeah, like as Keith said, they really want this to be done today. If they can get past the Yankees today, the finals will start tomorrow at Lineport. I don't have a start time yet for that one. It could be a day
7:30
game. Could be a
again?
night game, yeah. Very, very likely.
Bartoni's first pitch of the inning, and that one is lifted in the air to center field. Starting in and drifting back is Bayo, and he'll have room to put it away. 1 pitch, 1 out in the second for Bartoni.
Tony, you were right. I mean, you're a little bit grumpy, but that was an error. At least the Orioles game changer scored it an error.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to go by today as my official stats here. So.
And that's for their own hitter, too. So.
Yes.
Yeah, they will not give them cheapies, that's
so
for sure.
Just 2 of the runs in the 2 of the 4 runs scored by the Orioles in the first were earned.
Respect a team that could score the game. Honestly, squaring to bunt, pulling it back and taking a strike is Brock Bollinger. 0-1. Bollinger, one of the more formidable hitters on this Yankees squad, 3rd year in the league. Took a gap year last year, didn't play in 24. That one's grounded out to short. Nice easy hop for Crigello. He will whip it on to first, and that one is in time for the second out of the inning. It was sailed out of play. So automatically the second part.
It was hard to see, but it stayed low and got under the glove of Brocious.
The way he rounded first, he started to peel back, and then he took off his equipment. So it sails out of play. E6 on Crigello there with a throwing error, allowing Bollinger to get down to second base here with 1 out in the second frame.
And Crigello had time. Not a lot of time, but he had time and just tossed it in the dirt.
First pitch inside of Henry, 1-0.
This grass and dirt infield, not necessarily that forgiving. It's not like playing on AstroTurf, so it's you get a bounce. It could go low, it could go high. You never know.
1-0 pitch. And that one's hit on the ground right at Crigello. He fields it, fires to first in time, and not being able to be dug out there by Brocious. It looked like he had it, but it popped in and out of his glove. So for the second consecutive play, Crigello with a low throw to first. First one sailed out of play, and that one unable to be dug out by Brocious. So the Orioles giving the Yankees some base runners here in the second, see if they can take advantage.
Well, that's back-to-back errors by Crigello. I mean, that's got to be scored in E6. Can't assume he's going to dig that out of the dirt. He had the home run in the first inning, and now is maybe helping the Yankees get back in the game here.
On the outside corner for a called strike 1 to Jake Cambria.
Some discussion on the Orioles bench about maybe appealing it because perhaps that was on the transfer, but I don't know if he ever really got it cleanly in the glove.
And that one is popped up out of play. 0-2 to Cambria.
These pop-ups near us are getting closer. we have the canopy overhead, so thankfully we'll get somewhat protected.
Cambria in his first year with the Northern Yankees, spending 2 years with the Giants, and that one's going to get nicely blocked behind the plate from Jeff Charles, prevent any runners from advancing. It's Bollinger at third, it's Henry at first, one out on the top of the second. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Between Bollinger and Charles, you have 2 very good catchers, very good defensive catchers, and good pitch callers as well.
Runner off for second, misses outside, and Charles won't even think about throwing down. So a stolen base for Nick Henry puts 2 in scoring position now for the Yankees.
Big spot for both teams here. I mean, the Yankees obviously need to get back in this game, and a base hit could do just that. And Bartoni trying to find his way out of this mess here.
Second, third, and Cambria comes up empty. He strikes out swinging. Big second out of the inning for Bartoni, and it brings up third baseman Justin Welch. Batting 8 for the Northern Yankees. 6th year in the league for Justin Welch. Got to differentiate. His brother Carter playing on the team as well. On the first pitch in for a strike with a fastball, 0-1. That's been Bartoni's go-to early in the at-bats. Try to start him with a fastball, pumping it for a strike, consistently getting ahead. Immensely valuable to steal that first pitch strike. As a pitcher, Bartoni rocks and deals the 0-1. It's going to miss high, even the count up at 1.
Justin went to Central Catholic, and Carter wound up going to Northwestern.
I was going to ask you about that, Tony. I thought they weren't on the same team.
Yeah, they were not, no.
His second at bat of the postseason. That's lifted in the air to right. Senses drifting back on it. He'll put it away and make the catch to retire the side. Yankees threaten, don't score. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. It's 4-0 Orioles. We go bottom 2 on Penn Sports Radio.
Shankweiler's Drive-In continues to be open 7 days a week this summer, bringing you current releases and fan favorites. From August 7th through the 14th, it's Disney's highly anticipated comedy, Freakier Friday. It's a fresh, fun revisit to the iconic body-swapping mayhem that's sure to bring tons of heartwarming humor to our giant drive-in screen. After intermission, we dive back into the dark and suspenseful world of I Know What You Did Last Summer. This crowd favorite returns for another round of late-night thrills and chills, balancing out our nostalgic double feature. Gates open at 7 p.m. Shankweiler's is located in Orfield, just off Route 309. Shankweiler's Drive-In, a Lehigh Valley tradition.
Home half of the second inning here at Simmons Field, Whitehall, Pennsylvania, for Game 4 of our Blue Mountain League semifinals. Again, the Egypt Orioles out in front early with a 4-run first inning, capped by, or highlighted, pardon me, by a Pat Crigello 3-run home run. There is a fast start against Evan Kowalczyk there for these Egypt Orioles, who are trying to punch their ticket back to the championship series for a 4th consecutive season. The Yankees were gifted some base runners, guys, in the top of the second, but just unable to cash in, let a golden opportunity to get back in this game slip away.
Missed opportunity. You don't know how many they're going to get, and that was a great opportunity set up by those back-to-back errors, and they just couldn't take advantage. And, you know, Bartoni's got to feel like, hey, we worked out of that. We still got the 3-run lead. Life is good right now on the for the guys in the orange.
Take a sigh of relief there if you're Bartoni, getting through 2 scoreless. Made some nice pitches to bear down, strike out Cambria. Get a fly out there of Justin Welch to end that top of the second inning. So Kowalczyk going back to work for his second inning of action for the Northern Yankees. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Orioles. It'll be Jeff Charles, followed by Robbie Lamb and Trey Hinkle here in the home half of the second inning. Again, the Orioles win. They'll go back to meet the Lineport Bulls, rematch of the 2024 Championship Series. If the Yankees can rally with a lot of action to go, push it to a Game 5 tomorrow. First pitch to Charles, in for a strike from Kowalczyk. That's how the home half of the second commences. Kowalczyk gets his sign and sets. The 0-1 delivery. And it's going to bounce to the plate, even the count up at 1.
We're here with the Yankees and the Orioles, but Tony and Jack, I mean, those Bulls, they looked so good the other night. And I just looked up. They've been in the finals now 8 out of 11 years. 8 out of 11 they've been in the finals, and they've won 5 titles. I mean, they know what this time of year is all about.
They certainly do, and they're going to be a tough bounce for whoever gets through this series. So going to get a courtesy runner. Luke Pierre-Pavel coming in for the Orioles there to, again, courtesy run for the catcher and Charles. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. Lamb at a bloop double to center field. That was a bad sign to start that first inning for the Yankees, and it unraveled from there. He just hit weakly one to center, and Cambria just overran it, simply put. First pitch was outside for ball one. Now on the outside corner from Kovalchuk in for a strike. Well, one strike. That was the 5th hit of the series in that first inning for Lamb. He's hitting 500, 5 for 10 in this series, 4 RBIs. He's been a great tone setter at the top of this Orioles lineup. The 1-1. And that one drops in for a strike with a breaking ball, 1-2.
You look at Lamb's playoff numbers in those championship years, and again, he hit near the bottom of the order, but always was productive in the playoffs.
Now manager A.J. Brocious feeling the lineup and giving him a read at the top of the order. The 1-2. And that one's going to come in and plunk him, so that's going to put 2 aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. So much like the first inning, each of the first 2 runners getting aboard for the Orioles.
Good idea for Bollinger now to go out there and see what's going on here. I mean, this is a big spot in this game. A lot of time left in it. We're only in the bottom of the second, but you don't want to get too far behind this Orioles team with the way they can pitch.
And certainly with who you have coming up in the order, it's like you mentioned, Keith, a great time to go out and try to settle down your starter. Trey Hinkle, certainly nothing to be messed with at the plate in all-league selection last year.
Yeah, Trey's a veteran in this league. Bollinger, though, even though he's a young guy, just out of Palmerton High School in Misericordia where he won a national championship, he is like a veteran out there. He has got a calming presence, and a good move by him to go out there and maybe settle his pitcher down.
It's an important underrated characteristic for a catcher to have. Feel for the game and feel for your pitcher out there on the mound, something that just doesn't get talked about a whole lot in the first pitch from Kowalczyk on the inside corner for a called strike. So after the mound visit, starts the at-bat off on the right foot. It's the courtesy runner, Pierre-Pavel at second. It's Lamb at first, nobody out. And that one is hit back up the middle. Sliding stop, underhand flip to second for one in time. And the throw to first will be dug out, but way late. So it's the fielder's choice there to get the out at second. Runners on the corners with one away.
Nice defensive play by the shortstop there to cut that thing off. It looked like it was headed to center field. At least get one out. Orioles still have an opportunity now to get a run in from third base with less than 2 out.
So they got the fielder's choice out at Lamb at second. Brings up Craigelo, who hit a 3-run home run in the first. That sailed way out of here. First pitch, that one's hit hard on the ground, past the diving third baseman Welch. That's going to get into left for a base hit. In to score is Pierre-Pavel racing to third. As that one got all the way back to the wall, and a late stop sign there over at third to hold up Hinkle. So it's an RBI double for Craigelo, 4 RBIs on the day, and it's now 5-0 Orioles here in the second.
I'd say Craigellow's on his way to a big day.
Yeah. He hit that one hard, too.
Just different type of ball hit. This one right down that third base line. Got way down there in a hurry, down the 311-foot sign down there in the left field corner.
2 balls that were stung off the bat. Craigelo brings up Ian Census, who flew out to left his first time up. Sets up with 2 in scoring position and 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Again, the Orioles up 5-0 already and trying to stretch their lead. First pitch sends, it's rockets one to the right for a base hit. In to score is Hinkle. Stopping at third is Craigelo, and it's now 6-0. First pitch swinging with Census, and he did damage to bring home another run.
Census always seems to come through. Every time I see this Orioles team at this time of year, Ian Census has a big hit or 2 or 3. Another one right there.
First pitch swinging, that one's weakly hit towards left. Henry coming over towards the line, ranging into foul ground to make the catch. Craigellow's going to tag from third. He is going to score under the tag. He's safe. Nice throw from left, and Henry on a line to make it a play at the plate, but Craigelo in under the tag. Sacrifice fly for Brocious, and it's now 7-0.
It was a great effort by him out in left field.
Yeah, I mean, Henry's a very good outfielder, very good defender.
You see him a lot at Northwestern.
Certainly did, yeah. great athlete all around. Obviously played basketball and football, and playing hard here. Finished up his college career and playing his heart out here for the Yankees today.
Half-hearted offering from Sokoski in for a strike anyway, 0-1.
I don't know, Tony. This is a lot like what we saw at
Yeah.
Thursday night. I mean, Yankees are a good club, but, man,
Yeah.
Orioles are just swinging the bats today, much like the Bulls did on Thursday night.
It's going to bounce to the plate. Nightly blocked from Bollinger. They are 1-1 now to Sokoski.
We've had some history the last couple of years of these early series ending quickly, and I think both the Bulls and the Orioles are a little ticked off. They wanted to get through these series quickly. Bulls got through theirs in 3, but I think the Orioles wanted to get through theirs in 3 as well.
This is downstairs, 2-1 to Sokoski. And the two premier teams in this league, it's no surprise that they could be destined to meet up once again in the championship series. Again, Keith, earlier in the broadcast, you mentioned the Lineport Bulls in recent history have been the top of this league, the class of the Blue Mountain League.
No, I think they have been. I mean, they came into this league from the Tri-County League in 2014 and immediately made it to the finals. There was some doubt that they could compete in the BML after being in the Tri-County League, but they proved right away that they
won back-to-back.
A legit team. Yeah, they went. I think they lost in the finals the first year, but then they started in 2015 their championship run.
One's popped in the air. Second baseman Martinez drifting over towards center field to make the call and the catch to retire the side. But not before the Orioles stretch their lead by plating 3 more. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 left. No errors here in the bottom of the second. All Orioles early, up 7-0 on Penn Sports Radio.
Budget Store & Lock is the leader in storage in Pennsylvania. Since 1997, they've been a leader in the industry and have grown to be one of the largest storage companies throughout the Lehigh Valley and surrounding area. With many locations to serve you, there's sure to be a Budget Store & Lock self-storage facility within minutes from where you live. Whether you're storing a few seasonal boxes and totes or a complete 4-bedroom home, Budget Store & Lock Self-Storage has the right storage space for you. Our facilities are well managed, maintained, and equipped with camera monitoring systems. We try to make it easy for you, including payment options that suit your needs, like online payment. Budget Store & Lock also offers a college student summer storage program with discounted rates for pickup, storage, and redelivery. We service all colleges and universities in and around the Lehigh Valley area. So contact one of our many locations today to speak with a storage manager expert. Go to budgetstoreandlock.com.
Top of the 3rd inning, all Orioles early. They're up 7-0 through the first 2 frames. They have pounced on Emma Kowalczyk, and that'll give Joel Bartoni a sizable lead to work with here in this 4th game. Orioles trying to bookend a series win and get back to the championship series, which would start tomorrow against the Lineport Bulls. First pitch from Bartoni in for a strike to the 9-hole hitter and the shortstop, Owen Kosar. Kosar will be followed by the top of the order and Carter Welch, the designated hitter, and David Martinez here in the top of the 3rd. Bartoni's 0-1, and that's on the outside corner for a called strike, so quickly 0-2. Mentioned the pregame, Tony, that's Bartoni's MO. Loves to get aggressive in the zone early and get after hitters. The 0-2 pitch, one's fouled back to the backstop, so Kosar will see another, still 0-2.
And the way his arm slot is, the way where that ball comes from, when he throws a curve, you can see he's got so many batters way out in front of that off-speed pitch.
3rd year in the league for Kosar, plays at Penn State Schuylkill. And that one is fouled away out of play to the right field side, so still no balls and 2 strikes.
Especially with this 7-run lead, he's just going to rear back and throw strikes here. There's no need to get fancy. Just come right at him at this point.
Just the guys behind you to make plays. That one is served off the end of the bat, foul to the right field side. So Kosar putting up a good fight to start this 3rd inning. 3 consecutive foul balls. It's going to be the 6th pitch of the at-bat now coming. Kosar hitting .429 in the postseason, 3 for 7 in the series. That one's weakly fouled off into the bat on a check swing. Fortunately for us, we do have that fence there protecting us, so it's heading right our way.
Keith's been doing this so long, he didn't even flinch.
No, I'm not even looking.
Count still 0-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat now, and a check swing. Kosar holds it 1-2.
Yeah, just to go back, we were talking about the Bulls. They came into the league in 2014, lost to Northampton in the finals, and then they won 2 in a row in 15 and 16. Martin Creek won in 17, and the Bulls again in 18, 19. I mean, it's been a dominant franchise, and more recently the Orioles have. This would be their. They can get this thing done. It would be in the finals for the 4th consecutive year.
Served out a play foul from Kosar, so he's not going to see the 10th pitch of the at-bat. 1-2 count. Bartoni trying to get something by him, and that one's hit on the ground past the third baseman. Delp into left field for a base hit. So a 10-pitch battle is won by Owen Kosar, and the Yankees have the leadoff man aboard here in the 3rd.
That's what they need. They need quality at bats. Like I said, Bartoni, he's going to want to throw strikes, but if you can work him a little bit, get that pitch, get the pitch you want to get, I mean, get a base hit, and I would get something started maybe.
When you see the 9-hole hitter put up a type of at-bat like that, that can certainly be rejuvenating for a team who's faced with an early deficit. Back to the top of the order, and Welch, who flew out to left his first time up. And he swings at the first pitch and lines one into center field for a base hit. Turning second and now going first to third there. Great read on the base pass from Kosar there. Saw that ball, took a couple of high hops in center. Bayo knocked it down to keep it in front of him, but had to recollect after hitting off his glove. Good read from Kosar to go first to third on the single from Welch. So 2 on, nobody out in the 3rd, and the Yankees are in business.
Great opportunity yet again. Just like last inning, they're a little bit better set up here with the 2, 3, and 4 guys coming up here with nobody out.
Martinez flew out to right his first go-around. Again, his rookie season in this league. First pitch swinging, that one's lined towards second. Throw back to first, it's a double play. Carter Welch a little too aggressive getting off first base there. Just a little too far off, and on the line drive to second base, no chance to get back. So it's going to be a 4-3 double play, and what was brewing to be a good inning for the Yankees quickly gets wiped to now runner at third and 2 outs.
Sometimes you just get bad luck. I mean, that ball was hit as hard as it could possibly be hit, and a great play by the Orioles defense to get 2, but just hard luck.
First pitch on the outside corner to Lesnick for a strike.
You know, Tony, you know Brian Pala.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what he's thinking. You know, he just shook his head, put his palms up as if to say, what do we have to do?
That one's ripped to short. Trying to get stabbed at it is Crigello, not able to field it cleanly. So it's going to be an RBI single for Nelesnik. That ball was hit so hard that if Crigello would have kept it in front of him, it would have been an impressive play. So the Yankees on the board with an RBI single from Jason Nelesnik, 7-1 here in the 3rd. Brought home Kosar, so that brings up the cleanup hitter in Jacob Houts. Flew out to center to start the 2nd, and he takes a big rip and a miss on a fastball from Bartoni, 0-1.
Obviously, that base hit highlights the importance of the double play off the line drive. Hit by Martinez.
The ball's 1 strike, and he's behind another fastball, so 0-2. And if I'm Bartoni, I don't want to stray away from that pitch. Back-to-back heaters that you blew right by Houts. Don't see a reason to go to anything else. Checks the runner at first. Short lead from Nelesnik, the 0-2. That one is flown in the air to center field. Bayo drifting back a couple of steps, has a beat on it. He'll put it away to retire the side. Yankees get a run in on 3 hits, 1 left. It is 7-1 Orioles going bottom 3 on Penn Sports Radio.
Are you tired of a dull, dirty ride? Bring your car to Kronberger's Auto Spa. Our expert team will get your vehicle back to the showroom shine. From thorough interior detailing to exterior washes, we'll make your car look and feel like new. Visit Kronberger's Auto Spa today and experience the ultimate in car care. Kronberger's Auto Spa, where a cleaner car is just a stop away. To learn more and schedule your appointment, call or text 484-894-5345 for more information. Get a sparkling clean car today from Kronberger's Auto Spa.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
Home half of the third inning, it is Orioles 7, Yankees 1 here on Penn Sports Radio. You can also check out our YouTube feed. Go over to Penn Sports Radio's YouTube channel for live feed coverage of today's ball game. Again, Orioles up 7-1, home half of the third here in this fourth game of a best-of-5 series in the semifinals. We've talked about the Lineport Bulls, who have been a powerhouse since coming into this league. Keith, we've run down their history. They have 5 titles in the last 9 seasons. Many trips there, and the Orioles as well. Back-to-back in 22 and 23. Went there last year, finished as the runner-up, and again, with their lead as it currently stands, sitting in a pretty good position to punch their ticket to meet the Bulls again here in 2025.
New pitcher now for the Yankees as Brian Palaha. Everybody's got to be available because literally there is no tomorrow unless they can find a way to come back into this game, and the way to do that is to stop the bleeding. The Orioles have been pounding the baseball, and now who's the new hurler here for the Yanks?
Looks like Seb Williamson, I think.
Seb's had a good year.
Williamson.
I'm sorry, no, that's Lickman. My bad, Josh Lickman.
Josh Lickman on the mound there for the Yankees. And 17 in the third innings this year. Put up a 4.04 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, and with a record of 2-1. Lickman also led the team in saves, 3 during the regular season. This is his first postseason outing for the Northern Yankees. So it'll be the bottom third of the order up for the Orioles in the home half of the third. 7, 8, 9, Delp, Bayo, and Charles. And the first pitch, Lickman, that's going to bounce to the plate, 1-0.
Lickman's another Northwestern product, Tony, right?
Yeah, last spring, the spring of 24 was his last season.
1 ball, no strikes, pardon me, from Lickman to Delp. Delp doubled his first time up, brought home a run. And that was going to back him up, 2 balls and no strikes.
Has some good speed. If he has his control, then he can be a tough pitcher to hit.
2 balls and no strikes. Here the Orioles 7-hole hitter to start the third, and Lickman's delivery, and that one's going to back him up and nearly hit him. 3-0. Again, it was always going to be a patchwork today for the Northern Yankees. A couple guys that they were looking to utilize, just unavailable, not in the fold this afternoon. And let's put limelight on some guys like Lickman. Kowalczyk getting a second outing of the series there, and that 3-0 pitch pumped in for strike 3-1.
I don't know the circumstances, but I feel for Brian Palaha. He puts so much time and effort into this franchise, and you want everybody available with the biggest games.
3-1 is lifted in the air. Left side of the infield, third baseman, and Welch makes the call and the catch. That was an adventure, but he did make the catch to put it away for the first out of the inning.
These guys, I know that this is their home field, but I don't know that they play a ton of 1 o'clock or, in this case, 1:30 games. This league is primarily a 5:45 league, and I don't know if they're used to the sky like it is and we have a bright sunshine today. Maybe I'm looking to make excuses for these guys, but I mean, there's an adjustment to be made when you're playing in the middle of the afternoon instead of early evening.
Lickman's first pitch to Bayo bounces to the plate, 1-0, and could provide a different set of circumstances. Again, you're usually, when you mention you're playing those 5:30 games, sure, the sun could be shining, but certainly different than midday. So what we have here this afternoon, just after 2 o'clock.
I know Tony, he's not buying it. Make the play, make the play.
Keith knows me too well.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want excuses, just wants results. That's going to come up high and hit him in the helmet. And
I think it got his shoulder and the helmet, and then it bounced right to where we're sitting off the fence. That hit hard and ricocheted hard.
You know it because it came to us here, right by the fence. That was a big-time deflection off the batter.
Well, good to see Bayo be able to turn away and wear that one in where it catches the helmet and fortunately not hit anywhere in the face area there. So good to see Bayo okay down at first. 1 out, 1 on. Lickman's first pitch in for a called strike to Charles. Walked his first time up, was courtesy ran for Luke Pierre-Pavel, who came around to score. 1 out, 1 on in the third. Lickman's pitch, and that one is blocked from Ballinger, and nicely done to keep it close enough to prevent Bayo from advancing. It's 1-1 the count. Top of the order, and Robbie Lamb waiting on deck. They have certainly done their fair share of damage this afternoon. The 1-1, that one's bounced towards short. Goes the short way, and that one's thrown away into right field. Bayo's going to get up and go to third, and that's going to put runners on the corners with one out. And fielded nicely on the backhand from Kosar, but it's a little bit too low with a throw to be dug out from Martinez. Gets away from him and allows Bayo to take the extra base. It's going to be fielder's choice throwing error from Kosar. And now it's runners on the corners here in the third. Top of the order in Lamb, he's 1 for 1 today, doubled and got hit by a pitch. Out of the fielder's choice in the second as well. Two on, one out. And that one is fouled back off Bollinger to the backstop. 0-1. Not a good sign for a pitching staff when you're taking your third time through the batting order in the home half of the third inning.
Yep. A lot of base runners by these Orioles who really came to play today, especially offensively.
Scores 7-1, Leichman in a jam. Bayo at third, Charles at first, and that one's going to miss up above the zone. Even things up to Lamb. Ball, one strike, Leichman's delivery. And that one's a cut on and miss from Lamb, 1-2. Lamb trying to keep the hit and base runner barrage going. Runner off for second. Misses inside, so Pierre Pavel, the courtesy runner, down to second with the stolen base. First steal of the year for Pierre Pavel. These teams are a set of brothers. Welch brothers on the Yankees, the Pierre Pavel brothers on the Orioles. That one is outside 2-2.
I believe they're Liberty products, the Pierre Pavels.
You'd be correct in that.
And you're going to see a lot of Liberty when they play Lineport. I mean, Liberty's been one of the premier high school programs for years, and they're going to be on display in this championship series.
That's on the outside corner. Strike three called there for the second out of the inning. First K of the day for Leichman. So 2 on and 2 out brings up Trey Hinkle. Singleton reached on a fielder's choice his last time up.
Big pitch. I mean, hey, they're still in this game. I mean, you hold these runners here. You get a chance to come up, maybe get some more. That's a big pitch by Leichman to get that second out.
Brings up the all-league second base from a year ago in Hinkle. First pitch from Leichman. That one's going to miss low and skips to the plate 1-0. Base runners are Bayo at third, Pierre Pavel at second, 2 down. Luke currently playing at Moravian University, and Ben played his college days at East Stroudsburg. And the PSAC, Bayo getting a big lead down the line.
Excellent program, Jack. Excellent program up there at ESU. They get a lot of local kids, and they had a great season this past spring. A lot of our Lehigh Valley kids are looking at East Stroudsburg these days.
Good reason, too, with how much success they've had. Made the Division II tournament this past season. Got down to Cary, North Carolina, where it is.
Yeah, they were in the big Worlds. I mean, the Division II World Series. Absolutely, big year for them.
So premier power in that conference. Them, the likes of Millersville as well. I was going to miss upstairs. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Hinkle. Load him up for Crigello, and the way he's been swinging it today and really all season, not the guy you want to see up if you're the Yankees. The base is full.
Well, he's hit the ball hard twice, 4 RBIs on the day. And, man, he could really put this one out of reach here with a big blow here.
Craigell's been aggressive both times around. Swung at the second pitch, hit a 3-run home run. First pitch swinging last time, roped that double down the line that went all the way back to the wall. So Leichman's got to be careful. If he's going to be in the zone early, he's got to know Crigello's going to want to try to put a swing on something and do some damage. Already 4 RBIs this afternoon. Crigello was just 1 for 10 this series with 3 RBIs, but he's changed his fortunes this afternoon. No two ways about it. Another mound visit there for the Yankees. Bollinger going out to talk to Leichman. Bases full, so nowhere to put Craigelo. It's Bayo at third, Pierre Pavel at second, Hingle at first, 2 down in the third, and it's a 6-run lead for the Orioles at 7-1. Eichmann winds and deals the first pitch. That one's going to miss upstairs, 1-0 to Craigelo. So all this talk about him being aggressive, but in his fairness, took it up out of the strike zone. First ball he's seen all day as well. The 1-0. Eichmann deals. And that one's going to miss upstairs as well. 2 balls and no strikes.
Craigelo is a Pleasant Valley product. He played some independent baseball, so he did play some professional baseball, but went to Shippensburg.
Long list of accolades in this league as well. Takes a 2-0 fastball on the inside corner for a strike.
He's been a good hitter for a long time. I believe he made most of his mark with the Northampton Giants.
Certainly did. It's his first year with his new club, the Orioles. Was a primed offseason acquisition. The 2-1, that one's lifted in the air to right, drifting back towards the corner, and it is down for a base hit. And that's going to bring home 2, so it's a 2-run double for Craigelo. Bayo and Pierre Pavelin to score. 6 RBI day in the first 3 innings for Craigelo, and it's 9-1 Orioles here in the third.
6 RBIs. I mean, Tony, when he played, I don't know if he had 6 RBIs in a season. Did you ever get 6 RBIs in a season, Tone?
I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah. I don't think so.
Even Little League?
Yeah, no. I wasn't allowed to play Little League. I played in junior high school. That's when I first started playing.
I mean, that's a day.
Yeah.
6 RBIs.
That's
in this setting. Oh my goodness.
He's done it before.
Way up out of the strike zone there for ball 1 on the first pitch to Ian Census. And just like many of his fellow Orioles teammates, when the lights shine the brightest, Craigelo knows how to step up and produce. And already a 6 RBI day this afternoon. Census hit an RBI single his last time up, and he carves that one foul to the left field side. 1-1, and knock that foul ball right off the scoreboard along the third base line.
It's not even active, and it still gets hit.
1 ball, 1 strike to Census. This pitch, that one is lifted in the air, foul ground third base side. Walsh gave it a look, but that's going to sail out of play, 1-2.
I hate to see a wasted scoreboard. I mean, there's sponsors there, you know, on the board.
I'm not sure why it's not active. It had been in years past.
Yeah, they have a young man who used to do it, and that man has passed away. I thought they would recruit somebody else to do it, but
1-2. That one is weakly lifted in the air towards left. Down the line, that's going to be a foul ball.
Although I have to say, in the bright daylight, the numbers would probably be hard to read anyway. But I'd like to see it in operation. Just me.
May have to suggest that next year when we're here. We can
investigate.
We can certainly do that.
I could apply for the scoreboard operator job. What do you think?
They'd be more than happy
I'm looking
to give
for more
to you.
things to do.
Put a nice little scoreboard operating piece of technology here. You're calling the games.
I don't know if you're looking to get paid, Keith. That might not.
3 straight foul balls from Census. Leichman steps off the mound. Looks back to runner at third.
And Josh has not been ahead on hitters, and that's been really his biggest issue with this outing so far. And once you get behind, it's tough to get anyone out at that point.
Leichman deals with the 1-2. That one's going to miss up out of the zone, even the count 2-2. Going to be the 6th pitch of the at-bat here from Leichman to Census. He's been looking to go to the opposite field. All 3 of his foul balls have been going to the left field side. 2-2. That one is lifted in the air, shallow right center field. The center fielder coming in is Cambria, and he can't make the catch. It clanked off his glove, and 2 runs are going to come in to score. Throw goes to second, sliding in safely. There is Ian Census, and it's 11-1 Orioles.
I just look over at Brian Palaha, and I just feel, I mean, that's obviously an out. They have not played great defense, and this thing has totally gotten away from these prideful Yankees. I mean, this is a team that is used to contending, used to playing at this time of year. They have not performed well in the series, and they're certainly not performing well today, at least up to normal Northern Yankee standards.
2 runs coming to score on the fielding error from Cambria, and you saw his reaction out there in center field after he got that ball back in. He just went into a crouch and put his glove over his face. Couldn't believe it there, and that's one as a player you just got to You accept that you made a mistake, but it's all about compartmentalizing there and moving on from your mistake. You'll be ready to make the next play in front of you. This is low to Brocious. Yeah, but 2 more runs coming to score on the fielding error.
I wonder if you had an issue with the view of the sun. Not sure.
And Brocious, high fly ball, left center field. Henry cutting across, has it in his sights and makes the catch to retire the side. But the Orioles plate 4 more runs. They are now up 11-1 after 3 on Penn Sports Radio.
Old Homestead Golf Club is an award-winning 4.5-star daily fee course nestled in the foothills of the Blue Mountain, where history and tradition are part of everyday life. Old Homestead is one of the first courses in the Lehigh Valley to offer state-of-the-art GPS capabilities on their championship 18-hole course. Old Homestead Golf Club is a big supporter of local schools, non-for-profit organizations, special causes, and initiatives. Ask how your group can host a dine and donate event at their place. Old Homestead Golf Club will donate 15% of all cafe sales generated by your dine and donate event attendees, excluding tax and gratuity, to your organization. All you have to do is schedule a date that will bring the most attendees into Old Homestead Golf Club. The more people, the more dollars for your organization. For more information about golfing or a dine and donate event, go to oldhomesteadgolfclub.com.
Top of the 4th inning. Orioles in firm control of this one here this afternoon, up 11-1 there. Put up 4 more runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and right from the jump, it's been the Orioles sensing blood in the water, like you mentioned, Keith, and they have come out ready to pounce, and they have a sizable cushion here in the middle stages of this ball game. It'll be Joel Bartoni going back to work for his 4th inning of action. 5, 6, 7 due up in the Yankees order. Brock Bollinger, followed by Nick Henry and Jake Cambria here in the 4th. For the Northern Yankees, and at this point they've been in chip away mode, but now even further so with an emphasis on getting base runners to try to chip away at this sizable gap. First pitch, low and away, 1-0.
For those who follow high school baseball and softball, there's a 10-run rule. There is not a 10-run rule in this league. However, there is a 12-run rule. So we're approaching that territory. We just saw a 12-run ending the other night, Tone, down at Lineport, 13-1 victory by the Bulls, and we could be seeing a second
smacks
one
that one deep to left field, drifting back at the track at the wall. It is gone. Solo home run to left center field for Brock Bollinger, and the Yankees make it 11-2. There with a solo blast to start the 4th.
He's a great player. I mean, this kid is a great player. He was in the Carpenter Cup when he was at Palmerton High School, and had a great career at Misericordia, won the national championship there, and he's come to this league, and he's been one of the best players for this Northern Yankees club, and he didn't miss that one at all.
Second home run of the series for Bollinger at a 3-run home run back in that 15-9 back-and-forth marathon of Game 1. That one's laced to left field, but foul off the bat of Nick Henry. There, count 0-1. He reached on an error his first time up. Henry, the Northwestern Lehigh product. Bartoni set with the 0-1, and Henry hits a bullet into left for a base hit. So 2 hard hit balls against Bartoni to start the 4th, a home run and a single. The Yankees starting to find their form at the plate.
They've hit a lot of balls hard today. I mean, sometimes they've hit in the hard luck, like that double play last inning, but they're getting their swings in.
Brings up the center fielder, Jake Cambria. He takes a big swing and a miss at a fastball 0-1. Struck out swinging his first time up. 2 years with the Northampton Giants, and his first year with the Northern Yankees is Cambria. The 0-1. That one's hit on the ground towards third. Nicely speared from Delp. He'll go to second for 1, on to first. In time for a 5-4-3 double play. Around the horn they go, and there's 2 down in the 4th.
Second time in as many innings that they turned a hard hit ball and would double play. Good defense by the Orioles today. That was not an easy play for Delp. That ball really hit hard, took a wicked hop. He stayed with it, and good throws to second and then on to first base.
Especially playing in on the grass, giving him less time to react to that ball. Made a nice pick on the short hop.
He's a great athlete. I mean, he's a football player at Kutztown University. Zach can move around pretty well.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Justin Welch, the third baseman, after taking the first pitch high for ball one. And Dell playing, you mentioned played at Kutztown. Great football program down there. The 1-1. That one's off the inside corner, 2-1.
Are you a Golden Bear?
Yes, I am.
So am I. Well, I mean, I'm a Nittany Lion / Golden Bear. I spent more time at Penn State, but finished up at Kutztown.
Very nice. 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2 to Welch.
They have sport teams back then, Keith?
He knows I'm older than him.
Yeah,
That
barely.
son of a gun.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Welch here. 2 out, nobody on in the fourth.
What were baseballs made of back then?
Oh, boy.
And that one's off the outside corner. Fill up the count.
Had the pleasure of covering Hall of Famer Andre Reed at Kutztown University.
Oh, yeah.
He was just a few years behind me. And when I was a student there, they had me cover the football team. And it was great to see Andre, and never anticipated him having the great success that he had in the National Football League with the Buffalo Bills. And one of the great thrills was to be there in Canton when he went into the Hall of Fame back in 2014.
Full count pitch, and Welch comes up empty, so he strikes out swinging to retire the side. A run on 2 hits, no errors, no runners left. It is 11-2 Orioles. We go bottom 4 here on Penn Sports Radio.
Calling all prospective advertisers. Penn Sports Radio has been the most reliable source for Northwestern Lehigh sports, and as we head into the spring sports season, we would love to have you become part of our team that makes it all possible. Please consider a sponsorship with Penn Sports Radio so that we can continue to provide so many great moments for Tiger athletics. We were there to broadcast the state championship wins for Tigers football along with girls and boys soccer. We want to continue to be there for years to come. Contact me, Tony Sibilla, at psr.broadcasting@gmail.com to see how you can become part of the team that provides this programming for the community.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
Home half of the 4th inning here at Simmons Field in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. It's Game 4 of our semifinal series between the Northern Yankees and the Egypt Orioles. I'm Jack Heim alongside Tony Sibilla and Keith Groller with you here on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Low 80s, relatively low wind. It's a fantastic day for some baseball, and much like the weather, the Orioles bats have been hot as well here today. They've played at 11 runs on 8 hits. They have been swinging it well from the jump here this afternoon. In the home half of the 4th, it'll be Steve Sokoski, the designated hitter, leading off, followed by Zach Delp and Dominic Bayo, the center fielder. There for Egypt. A 9-run lead. It's Josh Leichman going back to work for a 2nd inning of action there for the Northern Yankees. Sokoski is 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error and popped out in his 2 at-bats. First pitch missed low. Skip to the plate for ball 1.
If this lead holds, I think you're going to see a great championship series. I think you're going to get great atmospheres here at Egypt. You're going to get a fantastic atmosphere down at Lineport Stadium. Those people are going to come out in large numbers to support their Bulls. I think we're set up for a really good championship series.
And that one is pounded in the dirt, foul.
And it would be the 3rd year in a row. I mean, the Orioles defeated the Bulls in 2013. Bulls returned the favor last year, winning 3 in a row after dropping Game 1. And, man, these have been the two they've been the 2 franchises that have been the class of this league now.
The 2 premier powers of the Blue Mountain League as of late, if you will. That one is weakly popped in the air. Leichman, the pitcher, coming in there to make the catch for the first out of the inning. He took charge right from the jump. 1 out for Zach Delp. 1 for 2, doubled in a run and popped out in his 2 at-bats here today.
Had a good conversation with C.J. Saberi the other night, and both Saberi and Brocious, the managers of these two teams likely to meet in the final, they have a great core, but they keep adding. They keep adding. They keep getting good young talent off the high school fields, and that's been a big key to their sustained success. They're not one-hit wonders by any stretch.
So great organizations do. They have a pipeline of talent to come in. They have great depth. Guys you can rely on all season long. That one's tagged towards left center field by Delp. Going back towards the wall. That's going to one-hop off the wall, and Delp's going to get into second with his second double of the day. Hit his first double to right center field. That plated a run in the bottom of the first, and rips that one to left center field this time. There with one out in the fourth. A two-double day there for Zach Delp.
And one of the great things about both franchises is that the guys show up. When it matters most, the guys show up. I'm not sure that's the case with the other franchises, but with the Orioles and with the Bulls, they care about being here when it matters most in the month of August.
That one's going to come in and hit Bayo again. That one hit him right off. It looked like the shoulder one more time. So for back-to-back at-bats, Bayo gets plunked by a pitch from Leichman. And now there's 2 on with 1 out for Jeff Charles, and Bayo's got to be sitting there saying, what did I do?
Yeah, it's Lichtman, unfortunately, he's got speed today, but doesn't have accuracy, and that's, again, giving up ball 1, ball 2, hitting batters, just hasn't had it today.
So you've seen that command. It's been,
yeah.
When he's been in the zone, it's fine, but when he's missing, it's erratic, and it doesn't seem like you know where the ball is going to go. So 2 on, 1 out brings up Jeff Charles, the catcher. Lichtman there on the mound. In his second inning of work, and the first pitch misses low for ball 1 to Charles.
Just a quick salute to Jeff Charles' father, Eric, who's over here behind home plate, wheelchair. Great to see Eric back out at the ball games. You can see Jeff play in person.
That one's at the bottom of the zone in for a called strike, 1-1.
Gone through a lot of health issues. Eric, great player in this league. Then he umpired, and then he was the president of the Blue Mountain League for many years, and always a class act. No matter what capacity he served the league, he served it well.
Hassel misses up out of the zone, 2-1.
Eric is also a diehard New York Mets fan.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear.
I knew you'd like that, Jack.
As I was going to say, there's one thing I don't like about him.
Okay. High chopper towards third. They're going to put the tag on the runner for one throw over to first. It is in time. How about that for a 5-3 double play to retire the side, and Lichtman gets through the fourth with no damage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. It is 11-2 Orioles after 4 on Penn Sports Radio.
SportsWire isn't just a sports media platform, it's a dynamic community hub that connects local businesses with passionate sports fans, families, and student athletes. By becoming a SportsWire sponsor, you get unmatched visibility reaching thousands of engaged visitors across our website and social media channels. Your sponsorship also directly supports student athletes, fostering a culture of sportsmanship, leadership, and growth. SportsWire is a growing team of dedicated professionals who are present at the games, capturing the moments that matter most. We understand that every business is unique. That's why we offer flexible sponsorship packages. Contact us today. Email us at media@sportswire.com or call us at 570-575-3803. SportsWire, where businesses thrive and communities unite.
Top of the 5th inning at Simmons Field. It is a 11-2 lead, all Orioles, here in this 4th game of a best-of-5 semifinals series to decide who goes to meet the Limeport Bulls here in the 2025 Blue Mountain League Championship. There it'll be 9-1-2 due up here in the 5th for the Yankees. Owen Kosar, the shortstop, followed by the top of the order, Carter Welch, the designated hitter, and David Martinez, the second baseman. Well, it was the hardest working at-bat of the day. Goes to Owen Kosar, worked a 10-pitch at-bat his first time up and lined a single swiftly into left field to win that long battle against Joel Bartoni, who was on the mound for his 5th inning of work there for the Orioles.
And he was rewarded by scoring the first run of the game for the Yankees, eventually. Scoring on the base hit by Jason Nalesnik.
First pitch fastball outside to Kosar, 1-0. That's how the top of the 5th starts. It's been an effective 4+ innings for Bartoni today. Just 59 pitches, 43 strikes. And that one's lined towards third and snared by Delp over there down the line, making the catch for the first out of the inning. So a line out to third for Kosar. Got a good piece of it, but baseball can be a cruel game sometimes. You make good contact, just doesn't go your way. 1 out, nobody on for Welch.
Delp's one of those guys who really enjoys playing field. He loves playing at third base, and I know hasn't been there every game this year, but when he gets back there, he loves playing out in the field.
He's quite nimble, too.
Yeah, he is.
For a big fella.
High chopper towards second, easy play there for Hinkle on to first, and picked up by Brocious for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs, 3 pitches, 2 outs in the top of the 5th for Joel Bartoni. Brings up the second baseman, David Martinez.
So I'm sitting here with a Met fan and a Yankee fan, and which team is in? They're both in trouble. Let's face it.
100%.
Which team is in more dire straits?
Oh, the Yankees, I think, are really hurting right now. It's they don't have any leaders. Quite honestly, they have no leadership. You look at those teams in the 90s, the Yankees that won had leaders, and several of them. I just don't know who the leader of that team is.
And it's in there quickly 0-2 to David Martinez. So Bartoni has a chance, if he can put him away with this next pitch, to get through a 6-pitch 5th inning. Mets have lost 9 of their last 10. They have been free-falling as well. And the state of New York baseball not good right now. That one just missed off the outside corner, 1-2 to Martinez.
Which I think everyone else, including Philadelphia, loves seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Phillies patted the National League East, leading now I think 3.5 games with their win in Texas a night ago. And bounced to the plate, even the count. 2-2 to Martinez.
Boy, Schwarber, man, I'm a Cardinal fan, but I love watching him hit. When he gets a hold of one.
He just looks like he has fun out there as well.
Yeah.
And that's a huge part of it, too.
2-2 to Martinez. That one is pop foul off the backstop there. It's 2-2.
There's a video on YouTube where I think Kershaw was going to go out there to throw some pitches before a game, and Schwarber was hiding behind the backstop, and all of a sudden, as he came up, Kershaw came up the pitch, Schwarber showed up and gave him a good chuckle.
Popped in the air, right side of the infield. Hinkle, the second baseman, drifting into shallow right. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Yankees set down an order in the 5th. Bartoni gets through that 5th inning in under 10 pitches. An 8-pitch inning for Bartoni. 11-2 Orioles through 4.5 on Penn Sports Radio.
The Northwestern Lehigh Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the educational goals of the Northwestern Lehigh School. Since inception, the foundation has funded more than $2 million in innovative projects to support the district that would not have otherwise been funded. You can help by becoming a sponsor. Learn more about making a tax-deductible donation or participating in the Pennsylvania EITC program at www.nwlef.org/sponsor. There has never been a more critical time to support our schools. Are you tired of a dull, dirty ride? Bring your car to Kronberger's Auto Spa. Our expert team will get your vehicle back to the showroom shine. From thorough interior detailing to exterior washes, we'll make your car look and feel like new. Visit Kronberger's Auto Spa today and experience the ultimate in car care. Kronberger's Auto Spa, where a cleaner car is just a stop away. To learn more and schedule your appointment, call or text 484-894-5345 for more information. Get a sparkling clean car today from Kronberger's Auto Spa.
Home half of the 5th inning, all Orioles up 11-2 here on this Saturday afternoon from Simmons Field. And I'm Jack Heim, Tony Sibilla, Keith Groller alongside me. And if the Orioles are able to put a bow and get the next 6 outs, they'll be going back to the Blue Mountain League Championship Series for a 4th consecutive season. And it would be 3 years running that the Orioles and the Lineport Bulls would square off with one another to decide who takes home the trophy here in the Blue Mountain League. As it's been a clinic put on offensively today from the Orioles. 11 runs thus far, 9 hits. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and they have built themselves a sizable lead to work with. Lichtman back to work for his 3rd inning there for the Yankees, and he, before the first pitch of the inning comes, steps off. Top of the order up with Robbie Lamb's getting things going, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1.
I want to go back to that commercial that Tony just did for Kroneberger Auto Spa.
Mm-hmm.
Tony,
yes.
do they take sap off a car? Boy, do I got sap issues.
I'm sure
I got
they
this
can.
big pine tree. Oh, it's just nightmare for my car.
Popped up. Bollinger ditches the mask, and he will put it away for the first down of the inning.
You know who that is? It's our former Northwestern Lehigh baseball player.
I recognize
Bobby
that
Kroneberger,
name. I recognize that name.
starting his own business, and
I might have to take a ride up there.
yeah.
I can't. I mean, we clean it off, and then a week or two later, it's back.
I'm sure Bobby would be very happy to take care of you.
Brings up Trey Hinkle, the second baseman.
With your recommendation, I'm sure.
Oh, he knows you, Keith. I'm sure.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Lichtman's first pitch to Hinkle, and he takes a swing and a miss, 0-1.
And I only bring up my sap when it's an 11-2 game. I mean, hopefully we have the listeners hanging with us out there. I would not be bringing up that conversation if it was a tighter ball game.
Hinkle 1 for 2. That one's up and away. Even the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Singled back in the first and scored. Reached on the fielder's choice and scored in the second, and walked and scored in the third. So 3 runs across today for Hinkle. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one is lifted foul out of play. Back behind the Yankees dugout there, 1-2.
I want to say this too, Tone. I mean, you know Brian Palaha. We cover him during the high school season. It's a long year for him, long year. For him to even want to continue running this Northern Yankees Blue Mountain League franchise, I think is impressive.
1-2, and Hinkle belts it in the air deep to right field. You can forget that. That's up over the hill and over the fence for a solo home run for Trey Hinkle. Added the lead, back in the double digits, and it's 12-2 Orioles in the 5th. He knew it as soon as he made contact.
We've seen some well-hit baseballs today, and that one right up there with just as any other hit that we've seen today, into the trees over the right field fence. We saw a home run recently that where the tree limbs were hanging out and the ball hit the limb and was considered a home run. That one was not hanging out. That was way over the tree.
Hinkle, that's his second career postseason home run, his 6th RBI of the series. At this point, he's had a real nice showing at the plate there as Trey Hinkle, and brings up a man who's also had a stellar day at the plate. Pat Craigelo, 6 RBI day.
I was going to say he's Mr. RBI, Craigelo.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Needs a triple for the cycle, I think. Am I right on that?
Single
home
and a
run,
triple
double?
He does need. 2 doubles and a home run
okay.
for Craigelo
I
today.
thought that was a single in the second. Okay, it was a double.
The 0-1. And that one's going to miss low and away, ball 1.
Scored 3 runs. So he's been involved in 9 runs today for these Orioles. Drove in 6, scored 3.
It's been the center of the action for this Orioles squad. Back to a 10-run lead, up 12-2. And that one is top back towards the mound. Nicely snared there by Lichtman. Underhand toss over to first there, and Houts for the second out of the inning. Brings up Ian Sensitz, the cleanup hitter, right fielder. 1 for 3 today. Roped an RBI single to right back in the second inning. Also reached on an error and flew out in the first. That error that he reached on allowed Craigelo and Hinkle to come in to score back in the third. Lichtman deals, and Sensitz takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
Supposed to be much warmer tomorrow, so I think these guys wouldn't mind starting that championship series at like 7 o'clock, 7:30 tomorrow night at Lineport Stadium and avoid the heat of the day.
Low and away, 1-1. These two fields have been the places to be. Both semifinal series not having a move up at Lineport Stadium between the Dodgers and the Bulls, where the Bulls swept their way back to the finals. And here at Simmons Field between the Orioles and Yankees, the home fields of both these squads. And since it takes it low as that skips to the plate, 2-1.
Get the rematch from last year, and I know AJ and the Orioles really did want that rematch, and they're a step away.
As any natural competitor would want to. They would want to get their payback from last year. Sensitz serves a liner to left. That's a base hit. Gives the Orioles a 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the 5th. And back to that point, when you have two teams who have so much history with one another, so much recent history as well, a lot of these same players, they know each other so well. And so naturally, you want to go best on best as a competitor, as the reigning champion. Bulls and the Orioles, guys have won 2 championships over the last 3 seasons and just missed out on one last year. They want to get back and hoist that trophy again.
Very good, some very good teams this year, Keith, but I think these two teams, the Orioles and the Bulls, are really the most consistent.
Brocious belts one in the air to center field. Cambria drifting back, and he will make the run and catch to retire the side. Cambria had to cover a lot of ground on that play, but did haul it in to retire the side. For the Orioles in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 12-2 Orioles after 5 on Penn Sports Radio.
The Northwestern Lehigh Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the educational goals of the Northwestern Lehigh School. Since inception, the foundation has funded more than $2 million in innovative projects to support the district that would not have otherwise been funded. You can help by becoming a sponsor. Learn more about making a tax-deductible donation or participating in the Pennsylvania EITC program at www.nwlef.org/sponsor. There has never been a more critical time to support our schools.
Nutropoli Bank is a bank that you can trust because Nutropoli Bank treats each and every customer as an individual, encouraging them to dream big and reach for their goals. Since 1910, Nutropoli Bank has ensured the financial well-being of all their customers. When you're ready to take that first step, they'll be right by your side. For your convenience, Nutropoli Bank has 3 locations in the Lehigh Valley, Nutropoli, Orfield, and Emmaus. For more information, go to nutropolibank.net. That's nutropolibank.net.
First base, 51's in for 4 at first base.
Top of the 6th inning, we do have a defensive substitution there, courtesy of our home plate umpire, Mike Pavelka. Appreciate the heads up with that there for the Egypt Orioles as they do make a defensive change. It'll be Ian Luberti coming in to play first base, replacing the manager, A.J. Brocious. So A.J. gets a nice little relief, gets to get off his feet for these final 2 innings of the game.
You could do that when you're the manager.
Yeah, that is the luxury you get when you make the lineup card. That's a ground ball that sneaks its way through past Craigelo into left field for a base hit for Jason Nelesnik there to start the top of the 6th for the Yankees. There's Joel Bartoni still on the mound there for the Orioles.
You know, you go back to last year's championship series. The Orioles won Game 1 here at Egypt, 5-4, and they had a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 6th in Game 2 at Lineport Stadium. And that's when a couple balls were lost in the lights. The Bulls scored 2 runs and won the game 2-1, and the whole series changed. So you talk about revenge. You talk about not letting, using that as motivation. Orioles are going to be fired up.
Houts to left center field, and a great catch out there and left by Robbie Lamb to take away extra bases there from Houts. And it was the base runner at first in Nelesnik, who's already at second base, who had to scurry back to first. Fantastic play in left center from Lamb, who had to cover a lot of ground to haul that one down. So 1 away in the 6th, and it is Nelesnik at first for the catcher and Brock Bollinger.
Defense has been really good for the Orioles. I know they had some problems at shortstop in the 1 inning, but other than that, they have played really impeccable defense today, a little bit better than the Yankees, and that's been another factor in this lopsided outcome here.
First pitch to Bollinger misses high for ball 1. He had a home run to left center field his last time up. Bollinger, 2 home runs in the series for him, and he's a career .333 postseason hitter. They're even factoring what he's done in this series outside, so 2-0. Down by 10, and Bollinger takes it high for ball 3, so 3 balls and no strikes. Northern Yankees trying to make this one look a little bit more respectable, down by 10 as it currently stands. 12-2 ball game, top of the 6th, and 3-0 in for a called strike, 3-1. Looked like the take sign was on all the way there for Bollinger. That one misses low and away, ball 4, so 2 on and 1 out here in the 6th. Bartoni, 75 pitches through 5 1/3, so again, still very economical with that pitch count.
I was going to say, I wonder, do you want to have him finish this one out? With that pitch count, you could if you can get through this inning pretty quickly. But we'll see.
2 on, 1 out for the left fielder and Nick Henry. And he'll take a first pitch fastball for a strike. Henry 1 for 2 today, singled in the 4th, reached on an error in the 2nd. Part of back-to-back plays there that ate up the shortstop, Pat Corregolo. That one is popped in the air, foul. It's going to sail out of play. So the count now 0-2. Again, solace for Bartoni in his last start at Hellertown there, Tony. We were back there last Saturday. The pitch count was good, but it was one inning that really got away from him. We haven't seen that from him today, and that's been a positive sign for the Orioles.
No, and his consistency is typically what you get. He may get dinged every once in a while, but he'll right the ship eventually.
Henry grounded towards second, could be 2. Hinkle underhand flipped to second for 1, and Corregolo will eat it, not make a return throw. So a fielder's choice ground out there for Henry, but it puts runners on the corners there with 2 out in the 6th. So call it 4-6 on the fielder's choice, with Bollinger being out at second. Brings up the center fielder, Jake Cambria. And he'll take a first pitch fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Struck out and grounded into a double play in his 2 at-bats here this afternoon. Trying to bring another runner across for these Yankees in the 6th. Bartoni's delivery. And that one's going to miss up and in tight, 1-1.
Looking ahead to the championship series again, C.J. Saberi said that the Bulls took 2 out of 3 over the Orioles during the regular season.
Cambria came unglued, take a big swing and a miss, 1-2.
However, in the last meeting, which was on July 27th, late in the regular season, the Orioles won that game 12-5 here at Egypt. So got a little bit of momentum going into that series.
And Cambria foul tips it into the glove of the catcher, Charles, strike 3. And that's how the inning will come to an end. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 2 runners left. It is 12-2 Orioles through 5.5 on Penn Sports Radio.
Fall sports season is right around the corner, and Penn Sports Radio is gearing up for another tremendous season. Join us on Friday, August 15th, as we visit Northwestern Lehigh for their Fall Sports Media Day. We will talk to the head coaches and the athletes that will try to make more history for this school. We'll talk football, boys and girls soccer, field hockey, cross country, and golf. Tony Sabilla, Chuck Hickson, John Gengaro, and Giovanni DiCarlo are your hosts for this event. We go live at 11 a.m. Go to PennSportsRadio.com for a link to the broadcast. If you missed the live show, you can go to our Spotify channel to catch the replay later in the day. Penn Sports Radio, your source for Northwestern Lehigh athletics.
Home half of the 6th inning here at Simmons Field, Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Game 4 coverage here for the Blue Mountain League semifinals, and it's all Orioles up 12-2 here on this Saturday afternoon.
Just played the promo for our Fall Sports Media Day show coming up on Friday. This coming Friday up at Northwestern. Fall Sports.
You talk about
a very successful teams last year.
That's a tough act to follow, though. I mean, but it's a great program.
That'd be my first question to all the coaches. How do you follow last year? It's some great success, state champions for both boys and girls soccer and football, district championships for field hockey. Just a really tremendous season for Northwestern Lehigh. We'll talk to coaches and student athletes and have always a fun day out there, being able to talk to everyone. And we've already talked to some of the players through Media Day, but for the Colonial League. But it'll be fun to talk to the coaches as well. I only talked to them really a couple of times since their championships, and we'll have a lot of fun Friday. We'll tune in for that one, and we will probably be live on YouTube for that. So if you can't make it out there, which most people won't, you can check us out on YouTube and watch the feed that day.
So a flurry of defensive moves there for the Northern Yankees. It's going to be Nick Henry coming into pitch, moving from left field. Carter Welch goes to the designated hitting spot out to right field. And the first pitch from Henry going to miss upstairs there to Solkoski, 1-0. It's how the home half of the 6th starts. That one's going to come in and hit him. So Solkoski going to get aboard to start the bottom of the 6th on a hit by a pitch. Leadoff man aboard. Brings up Zach Delp, the third baseman, against Henry.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun, Tone. That
Yeah.
should be a lot. That should be like a celebration.
I'm sure it will be.
More than a media day. I mean, when you talk about 3 returning state championship teams.
So you get a pinch runner there for the Orioles, number 17, Devin Olsovsky. Got to give credit where credit's due. Our home plate umpire, Mike Pavelka, has been on the ball with our substitution
Coming over
announcements today.
he sees Tony. He says, "I got to."
No, he sees you.
No, he says, "I want to keep that man informed."
First pitch from Henry to Delp, misses upstairs, ball 1. And
I do know that the league appreciates the coverage. I mean, they really have enjoyed Penn Sports Radio being involved with the league now the last several years.
both of you guys going to be very busy for the foreseeable future with the fall sports season. We're mentioning, of course, you, Tony, of Penn Sports Radio in Northwestern Lehigh. Keith, you make rounds all around the Lehigh Valley. You're a busy man everywhere and anywhere you possibly can be. You're covering so much for all that you do here in the Valley.
Yeah, well, this is a nice little break before we dive fully into football. I mean,
It's a nice little reprieve for you.
I've already seen like 9 camps and have a few more to go this coming week.
And that one is cracked towards left field, but that's going to be down the line and foul. One hop the wall there. Did it to Delp. So even the count up 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Orioles' third baseman. And Tony, you were mentioning the success that you were going the fall for, felt like every Northwestern Lehigh program, football, boys and girls soccer. I mean, you were
It was a busy
man,
fall.
doing a lot of championship coverage. And again, you guys mentioned a hard one to follow up. But if there's anyone that can do it, I think it's going to be Northwestern Lehigh with the quality of coaches they have, the ability to find continuous quality players year over year on these rosters. And
The youth programs are huge, and that's a big reason why they're so successful in all their sports. And with football coming up, we'll talk about this in a second.
2-2 to Delp. That one is fly to the air towards left center field. That's pretty well hit.
Wow.
Long run back for Cambria, and that is going to go off the wall on a hop. Going first to third there, it is the pinch runner in Olsovsky. It's going to be his 3rd double of the day for Zach Delp. So 2 on and nobody out here in the home half of the 6th inning.
And we have an opportunity for Bayo to end this thing, a 2-run single here or something that would bring in 2 runs. We'd get the 12-run rule.
Yeah.
So Bayo hopes to get a turn at bat this time. He has been plunked each of the last 2 times up.
Yeah, I think he's well aware of that.
He's having a brief conversation with Bollinger, the catcher, therefore his at-bat start. So Henry sets and deals the 0-0, swing and a miss there from Bayo, 0-1.
Last year, over at the radio station that we all do work with, WEX, LVFoxSports.com.
Bayo lines one past the third baseman. That's in the left for a base hit. Olsovsky will come in to score. Delp will trot in the third. RBI single for Dominic Bayo, and it is 13-2 Orioles. So now that 12th runner for the run rule, and Delp stands at third with nobody out in the 6th inning. And get you an update on the left fielder. So it is going to be, I believe it's Ilgen Fritz out there as number 9 there in left field.
Yeah.
Coming into today's ball game. And the first pitch inside there to Jeff Charles, 1-0.
We did the Friday night football scoreboard show that you hosted a lot, Jack, and that'll be coming back up again.
High chopper to short, could be 2. They go to second for 1, back to first, throws high, and it sails out of play. So the run in Delp comes in to score.
That should be it, I think.
Charles would have gone down to second, and that is going to be the game. Both teams are going to get ready to come out on the field. So with the fielder's choice ground out there, rule it 6-4 to bring in an RBI there for Charles. Plates Delp in the 12th runner that we need, and that's going to wrap up this ball game, an inning early in 6 frames. So the Orioles take it by a final of 14-2. They punch their ticket back to the Blue Mountain League Championship Series here on this Saturday afternoon. Again, Orioles 14, Yankees 2. Step aside. We'll be back with our post-game coverage here on Penn Sports Radio.
The Northwestern Lehigh Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the educational goals of the Northwestern Lehigh School. Since inception, the foundation has funded more than $2 million in innovative projects to support the district that would not have otherwise been funded. You can help by becoming a sponsor. Learn more about making a tax-deductible donation or participating in the Pennsylvania EITC program at www.nwlef.org/sponsor. There has never been a more critical time to support our schools.
Back here at Simmons Field here on Penn Sports Radio, Jack Heim, Tony Sabilla, and Keith Groller. The Orioles take Game 4 of this 5-game series, and they punch their ticket back to the Blue Mountain League Championship Series for the 4th year running now. And Keith, what a fantastic showing there from the Orioles today. They came out, you mentioned it from the top of the broadcast. They were hungry. They pounced on them with 4 runs in the first inning. They built onto their lead from there. Orioles take it 14-2.
We should be in for a fantastic championship series. It's the 3rd year in a row we're going to see the Bulls go against the Orioles. Last year, the Bulls, after losing Game 1, they won 3 straight. I thought I saw the best team in the league on Thursday night when the Bulls finished off the Lineport Dodgers. I'm not so sure that, the Orioles aren't the best team. It's going to be a fantastic series. It's going to start under the lights. We believe. Tony, did you get an update from Bob Varju?
I haven't seen a time yet, but
7 o'clock, maybe a 7:30 start.
Yeah, very possible. We'll find out. We'll certainly put it up on social media. But
the bottom line is, it's going to be a tremendous series. I have a feeling, and 2 teams that are very, very talented from the top of the lineup to the bottom. They have great pitching rotations. You're going to see Adam Maini, pitch probably Game 1 for the Bulls. It should be fantastic, and this league continues 75 years plus now, going strong, and it still has its place in the Lehigh Valley sports scene. Football's coming, but get out and see some of this action because it's a lot of fun to go to Lineport Stadium or come here to Egypt Memorial Park. Great job by you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely, Keith. We thank you for being here with us on the broadcast today. A fantastic game. Again, the Orioles punched their ticket to the Blue Mountain League Finals, Tony, and what an offensive series for this Egypt squad. They put up 15 runs in Game 1. They put up 14 here today. That is 29 runs by my calculation there with some quick mental math there. In just 2 games of this series, they also collected a 5-2 win in Game 2. And they continue right there alongside the Lineport Bulls, like Keith just mentioned. They're neck and neck as 1A, 1B as the class of this league.
We wondered how the Orioles were going to deal with the one-hit shutout the other day and how hungry they'd be offensively. Well, they kicked it into gear right away from the first inning on. I believe it looks like they scored in every inning. So with that being the case, that's always a tough team to beat when their offense is so fired up that they want to produce. And they got a little bit of help from the Yankees as well with some of the fielding and the pitching today. But really the offense just took over, and Bartoni pitched a great game, gives up only 2 runs to this Yankee squad, and really everything fired well for the Orioles today.
From start to finish, a lot of hard contact. Craigelo put up a 6 RBI day. A fantastic showing there from this Orioles squad here all the way through and through. Bartoni, real good pitching effort as well. He went the distance again in our shortened 6-inning game today. And we are now going to be joined by...
We'll get AJ on here.
The manager of the Egypt Orioles, the one, the only, AJ Brocious.
Thank you, boys.
And AJ, great to be joined with you here today. You talked with Tony here before today's game, and you were talking about the extra batting practice you and your team got in yesterday and ahead of the game today. How much do you think that made an impact for you guys?
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, we were here last night. We were here probably a little too long before the game, but, it worked out. And obviously you saw, Craiglo's kind of been a little quiet this series, and he just decided to turn on today, which is good. And Joel, who you guys will talk to next, was excellent, as we expected. But it was good. And, these guys, because they got so much power, I always said, they're the best hitting team in the league. The Bulls play the best defense and pitch the best by far. And then we're kind of a little hybrid of both of them. We have really good pitching. We have really good, bats. Nothing stands out crazy like them and the Bulls. But, even the other day, the first day we put up a lot, and then they just came clawing back in the 7th. So this is a game where you got to leave your best on the mound and just say go get it, because you can't let them back in.
As a manager of this team, how does it give you an uplift when you make the lineup cover for each game? You look it down and you see the names, you see the faces, and how much depth that you guys are able to bring to the table night in and night out?
Yeah, me and Tony have talked about this for a few years now. That's the best part about us. I mean, we have like 5-6 bullpen guys that come every game, and you got guys like Sawyer, who's driving down from Nescopec, if you ever even heard of that town, just to come to every single game. You got guys driving down from Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, and I mean, even if they don't play, they're here every single game. You can't ask much for that. So everyone's kind of bought in.
You mentioned Craigellow's day, the top of the order, contributing at a high clip as well. Just what did you make of his performance and really those top guys here this afternoon?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. Delp was slumping a little bit, so we dropped him down in the lineup a little bit, and he just took that as motivation and started mashing. And Craiglow, I mean, he was awesome. So,
one last question here as we're joined by Orioles manager A.J. Brocious. You subbed yourself out of the game. Was it important to get yourself a little extra rest here?
No. Liberty had a great year for us, too. I think he hit like 340 or something, and he hasn't even gotten that bat in playoffs. That part of the depth part right there, it just shows how deep it goes. But I kind of want to sit back and mess around with some of the guys, too. But before I get off this, you guys, we were watching the games the other day. Or listen to your guys' stuff, and your voices are incredible. They're built for this.
Thank you very much,
perfect.
AJ. We appreciate that, and we thank you for the time.
Yeah, thanks for
Congratulations on a series win, and best of luck going forward to the finals
you.
against the Limeport Bulls, as we're now going to be joined by the starting pitcher of the Orioles today, Joel Bartoni, going to hop on, throw the headset on, and join us here, and what a performance it was for you, Joel. You know, something I always, I saw you the last time out against Hellertown there in that game 2 back a week ago on Saturday, and seeing you again today, something that I always appreciated about pitchers, getting ahead early in the at-bats. How important is that for you on the mound to get after guys early?
I've stride myself on that since pitching in college. I mean, it's the most important pitch in baseball. You don't want to get behind guys. So I make an emphasis on that to attack the zone. And it goes from there. I mean, once you're ahead 1 strike, you can mix it all up. So, yeah, definitely, it's very important, and that's what I teach my guys when me and Trey coach at Emmaus. So,
tagging with the first pitch fastball a lot. Is that something that you look at as your primary field best pitch night in and night out there with the fastball to try to get after guys early in at bats?
Yeah, I mean, it's a confidence pitch. You can attack guys, but also it's easy when you're up 7 or whatever we were in the first 2 innings. So, it makes my life a lot easier when we have bats like that. So, absolutely, yeah.
Looking at that large lead you had today, does that take a little bit of pressure off you, knowing that you could trust 100%. The guys behind you, take a sigh of relief out there, knowing you have a large cushion behind you?
100%. It makes my day a lot easier. Obviously, I didn't get as many strikeouts as I wanted to, but those are always fun to get some more strikeouts. But it is what it is. I got a 7, 8, 9, whatever run lead early, and just pitching to get through the game, attack guys early, execute pitches early, and hopefully save myself for this next series. So that's always important.
Talked a lot about during the game watching you pitch, and your breaking ball was working well today. You had a good curveball. I think you're tossing some sliders in there as well, and your arm slot from fastball to curve to slider. You could see how much the Yankee batters were off on their timing. How did you feel about your off-speed stuff today?
I feel pretty good about it all year. I feel like people have gotten used to my slider, so this year my curveball has been more of an emphasis. I changed the grip a little bit. Chuck really trusts it. He calls it a lot, whether it's to start a count or to get a guy out. So just trust myself, trying to keep guys off balance as much as I can, but stay in attack mode and try to execute pitches and get out of innings with quick pitch count.
Joined by Orioles starting pitcher Joel Bartoni. Joel, one last question for you. I'm going to take you back to that second inning there. 4-0, couple guys on base there for you. You got a strikeout on a flat to end the inning. Just take us through what it was like there getting through that second frame early while the game was still within reach on the Yankee side to keep them off the board there.
Absolutely. I mean, that goes back to college as well. One big emphasis is to get a shutdown inning after a big inning. So I don't know if that kind of put the brakes on the rest of their game or whatsoever, but it was huge to keep those runners both on second and third for those last 2 outs. That's just when I try to bear down and do it myself. Kind of is what it is.
Joel, we thank you for the time joining us here today on the post game. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on a great outing here this afternoon. That was Joel Bartoni and A.J. Brocious here joining us on the post game show off the heels of a 14-2 win for the Egypt Orioles, booking their spot in the Blue Mountain League Championship Series for the 4th year running. We'll step aside and come back, wrap things up here on the post game show here on Penn Sports Radio.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it. And we're here to help because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and you get surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Sean Lay in Fogelsville today.
Back here, post-game coverage from Simmons Field on Penn Sports Radio. Jack Heim, Tony Sabilla there. We also had Keith Groller here along with us this afternoon for a fantastic day of baseball. It was a gorgeous afternoon. Low 80s. The weather could not have been more perfect, and the Orioles bats came to play here this afternoon after they got stifled in that third game. They got held to one hit, but they turned the corner. You heard from A.J. Brocious both in the pregame and the postgame. That extra cage work that they got in lengthier yesterday. They came here early today to get even more cage work in. They wanted to ensure that they could put that Game 3 performance behind them. And, man, we certainly saw a show today. Craigelo with 6 RBIs. Can't laud the Orioles in offense enough from top to bottom. Pretty much everybody coming through and contributing. Zach Delp had 3 doubles as well. Another guy we didn't even mention. We have a 3 extra base hit day, and he's 4th or 5th down the list. You know that your offense put on a clinic here this afternoon. Get you our final line score here for today's coverage. And we talked with Joel Bartoni. What a great start for him on the pitching side for the Orioles. He went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, walked 1 while striking out 3 on 82 pitches across 25 batters faced. In this ball game for the Orioles, go through the starting lineup for them. It was Robbie Lamb, who was their leadoff hitter. He went 1 for 3 there with a strikeout, but he was efficient, getting on base, scoring once. Trey Hinkle, he went 2 for 3, 4 runs, scored an RBI and a walk, including a solo home run that went way out to right field. Mentioned Craigelo, 3 for 4, 3 runs, 6 RBIs. He stole the show offensively. Ian Sensitz went 2 for 4 with an RBI single back in the second. Brocious with a sacrifice fly to left in that frame as well. Ian Liberti came in and as a defensive replacement at first base, did not log an at-bat. Sokoski went 1 for 3, also reached a hit by pitch. Zach Delp, we mentioned 3 for 4 with an RBI and 3 doubles. Dominic Bale 1 for 2 with an RBI there in that bottom of the 6th inning there with an RBI single. And Jeff Charles did log an RBI as well there with that ground out that he had in the bottom of the 6th inning. That was your final line score there for the Egypt Orioles. Them and their 14 runs, 13 hits. They had 2 errors in today's ball game as well. Flip side for the Northern Yankees, it was the designated hitter in Carter Welch. He was 1 for 3 this afternoon, singled in that 3rd inning. He was replaced by Tyler Ilgenfritz later in the game. Second baseman David Martinez went 0 for 3. It was a nice day at the plate there for Jason Nalesnik. He went 3 for 3 with an RBI there for the Northern Yankees. Jacob Houts 0 for 3 this afternoon in his line score. 1 for 2 to the catcher, Brock Bollinger, had his 2nd home run of the series there, a solo blast. In the 4th, the left fielder Nick Henry reached base with a hit in the 4th inning as well on a 1 for 3 day. Jake Cambria went 0 for 3 here this afternoon. Justin Welch 0 for 2, and Owen Kosar 1 for 2 with a single. Those are your final line score for the Northern Yankees hitters. As for their pitchers, they used 3 guys today. Evan Kowalczyk, 2 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, no walks, no Ks. He was relieved by Josh Lichtman, who went 3 innings. He did the bulk of the pitching, 4 hits, 5 runs, just 1 of those earned, 1 walk to 1 K. And Nick Henry went the 6th, the 3rd of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. So I know we talked about a lot about the Egypt Orioles here, Tony, but I want to flip it on its head a little bit, talk about the Northern Yankees, and give them their flowers. I know they didn't get the series result that they necessarily wanted here against this stout Egypt Orioles team, but nonetheless, a great season. They got the 2 seed. They earned a first-round playoff bye. Nothing there for Brian Beloha, and the manager of the Northern Yankees, to hang his head about. Just simply outgunned in this series by a very stout and solid Orioles squad from top to bottom.
Yeah, and you know, plenty of hitting for the Yanks, but they may need a piece or two. You know, you need more than Chaccio to be one of your keys to starting a couple of games, the first 2 or 3 games of a series. And the Orioles have those guys, and the Bulls have those pitchers as well. You know, when you go up against Cooper Michael and Adam Maini, you know, as your first 2 pitchers that you have to deal with, you could be down 0-2 quickly in a series. And same thing with this Orioles team. Evan McAndrew's been solid all year long. Then you've got Jackowitz and Bartoni that you have to deal with as well. Matt Zeminski's had a good season. He started that last game and really kept the Orioles in it, but the Orioles couldn't get any offense going. So when you got that many pitchers you can go to as starters, that makes it tough, and the Yankees need to find some more of that, some more starters, get a little more timely hitting. I think their hitting a couple of years back when they won this whole thing was more consistent, was better overall. And one of those guys who's on the Bulls now was Alan Umbenhauer, their catcher, and you know, losing him was big for the Yankees as well. So A great season, second place in the regular season, nothing to shake a stick at, and they should be proud of that. But they need a little bit more experience maybe on the squad and a little more pitching. And Brian Palaha is always going to put a good team out there, and I think he did that again this season. But this is a very tough Orioles team.
Certainly not the ending that the Northern Yankees wanted. Certainly left a little bit more to be desired. But then again, a great season, the number 2 seed in the regular season. Nothing to scoff at for Palaha and this Orioles squad, or in this Yankees squad, pardon me. Orioles moving on to the finals. They'll start a series with the Lionport Bulls tomorrow there to decide who will get the 2025 Blue Mountain League Championship Game 1 starting tomorrow night. For Keith Groller, for Tony Sabella, I am Jack Heim signing off. The final score, the Egypt Orioles 14, the Northern Yankees 2. They clinched their spot in the Blue Mountain League final that will be starting tomorrow. You can hear that right here on Penn Sports Radio. Thank you for choosing to spend part of your Saturday with us here for our Blue Mountain League playoff coverage again on Penn Sports Radio. Back out tomorrow for the opener between the Orioles and the Bulls for the 2025 final. And until then, so long.
Blue Mountain League Baseball on Penn Sports Radio has been sponsored by RE/MAX agent Joy Augustus, the Northwestern Lehigh Education Foundation, State Farm agent Sean Lane, Play It Again Sports in Allentown, Tri-County Teamwear, Shank Wireless Drive-In, Budget Store and Lock, New Tripoli Bank, Old Homestead Golf Club, and Kronberger's Auto Spa. Join us tomorrow afternoon as the Bulls and the Orioles will meet in Game 1 at Lineport Stadium. Exact time to be determined. Check us out on social media. We'll get you updated on all that information a little bit later on today. Thanks once again for listening to Blue Mountain League Baseball on Penn Sports Radio.